Hey, welcome, folks, to another video. Listen, this is Mike from Verity Daily. In this video, we're going to be looking at a protest that students did. I have a lot of issues with the whole gender thing, right? I think what happened, it's the same thing that's happened in Christianity and other things, that if one person or two people, or maybe a handful of people object to the majority, they have rule, and that's not the way it is. I understand that people have issues that they have to deal with in life. We all do. Okay. We all have these issues that come up. And I think a lot of times, being an older person like I am, that things aren't the same when you're in your teens, in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. Okay. They're not the same. I mean, they change constantly. That's what life is a constant change. When you get older, if you live that long, you'll realize that you wish you could go back and change this because this didn't work out well. And I always say that if I go back and change things in my life, there'd be other things I have to change with that change if you follow my direction. A lot of things we do in our younger years aren't really, there's a scripture in the Bible where it talks about to follow the faith and teach your children certain aspects of life, right? Whether it's schooling or how to handle himself or be a male or a woman and how to be respectful to adults, all these gamut of information that a parent is teaching their children. And then at a certain part of time, some kids, I wouldn't say all of them, but tend to sway away. They kind of lean their own direction. They want to put on new wings and fly away from the parents, But when they get older, and their parents seem to be a lot smarter than they were when they were younger, right? We've heard that before. So I think what happens is you train your child, whatever, it could be a bad thing, right? You could teach your children things that are not beneficial for them. 3 or 4 people that complain, hey, I'm sorry, but this is the way. Why can't anybody say this is the way it is? You're going to have to adapt your personality to what's being done, right? We don't have to change everything in life. I mean, where does it end? It doesn't stop. You go down that slippery slope. And I mean, we've already see it. These kids, in some of these schools, they want litter boxes in the bathroom for these, furries, right? These kids that think they're animals. And now we're seeing people feel like they're older and they're different nationalities. And I mean, it's never going to end. You got to I'm a conservative, right? I believe, with the Constitution of the United States, we don't go off in our own direction because there's no limit to where you can stop. You stay within the context of that, and you don't go outside the boundaries, just like a normal human behavior. Don't get these people that when they come out with these university studies, and they now they say that birds can have they're being subject to urban racism, birds and animals in the urban settings. I don't know how you adapt to that, right? I mean, animals can adapt to their environment. You put, birds in a cage, they understand it, or wild animals in a cage. When they get outside the cage, they're kind of weary to where they're supposed to be going, right? And you don't want to take a small animal, raise it in a caged environment, and then throw it out in the open environment for him to take off. And it doesn't work that way. They tend to not being able to function around the environment. But anyways, getting the long story and getting all the way around that is that you can't change. I mean, sorry to the 12 individuals or the 1 and the 2. And these people these adults, they're so they're scared, because what happens is fear is a powerful emotion, right? And these adults don't want to be, on the outside. They don't want to be mocked, or they don't want to have the news media fire them or lose their jobs, or people laugh at them, or what. Nobody's got any guts anymore to stand up for what they believe in. Nobody's got any guts to stand up for what is written in stone, that it's a marker, right? And there's a boundary. You don't go outside the boundaries, and then you end up with no boundaries. And individuals want boundaries. Okay. That's how we survive as a race. You have to have boundaries. You can't go outside of them. So let's watch this clip, and you guys tell me what you think. Okay. I want to hear it in the comments, what you think. And this is coming to your local school district. Would you allow this to happen? I mean, these the school board is putting in, and these kids had enough. They've had enough. Let's listen to this.
Milford High School students staging a walkout Friday in response to the school board's bathroom restrictions that limit the number of students who can use the facilities to the number of stalls available.
Nobody asked for this. Nobody but the few parents who complained to the school board asked for this.
The board voted on the measure on Monday after a proposal was brought forth that would change the district's bathroom policy, which allows students to use whichever bathroom aligns with their gender identity. The proposal would require students to use the bathroom associated with their biological sex, male or female. While students agreed they do not like the current bathroom restrictions.
We're all a high school, and the fact that you see this many people out here right now ready to kind of stand against the school board just kind of signifies that.
Some have different opinions about what should be done to address the larger issue.
As a female, I don't think that it's safe to have males in our bathroom.
This is creating just a complex system of inequality within our LGBTQ plus students.
Teachers, parents, and administrators tell News 9 they're happy students were able to come together peacefully.
So proud of our students, I really am.
This is what gets the attention needed to make a decision that's best for everybody.
And I've reached out to every board member, and the ones who've responded say that they hear students' concerns and that this is an issue that will have to be brought up again. The next board meeting is scheduled for February 20th. Live tonight in Milford.
So, I mean, it's all laid out for there. Why would you take a man's bathroom and close off the urinals because a group of school board members would say, hey, we're going to close. I mean, who does that? I mean, these are, as a man, I don't want to go sit on a stool or flip the lid up, right? I mean, we do that at home. Okay. So why do I want to go to a public urinal? I mean, I know some places do that, but if you walk into any box stores, if you go in the men's room or you go into the women's room, there's certain utilities, or you want to call them whatever you call them, urinals or stools. They are meant for the easiest way to get your business done and get out, right? This is nonsense. Where are you going to end up going? You're going to have what? 4 different bathrooms, 100 different bathrooms. You're going to have one. So everybody, no, it doesn't work that way, because women in general, I would say all women, they feel threatened for a male exposing himself, right? I mean, this is not, if you do that in public, you're arrested, right? If you do that nowadays, they do that in these locker rooms, and the women will get kicked out of school, or they'll get kicked out of universities, or ridiculed, or whatever they do to them. And the guys, the perverts out there that want to say I'm a woman, get to go into these women's bathrooms and expose themselves. They get their fetish on, right? And they're being protected under these circumstances, right? Before, they used to call, like, if you walked up to someone's house and you flashed a person, you'd be arrested. Or if you were in a store and you flashed a person, you would be arrested, right? But when you're in a school or you're in a university and you do these type of thing, and you say that, hey, I feel like a woman today, I'm going to do these things, that's perfectly fine. I think it's wrong. I think these people should be tried and convicted of being a criminal. And that's simple as that. There's no, label me what you want, but you were born with certain parts and you stay that way a certain part. Even like, let's say that 300 years from now, they find your skeleton and remains, and they look at you and they say, this is a dude, because we can tell by the formation of his hips or his jaw, or whatever you want, wherever they do, right? But I'm just telling you, they're going to label that's a female. They do it now. They find a skeleton remain of someone that's 1,000 years old. They know if that's a male or a female. You ain't getting away from that. Okay. Every cell in your body is designed for a male or a female. I know there's some circumstances when people are born and they have both male and female parts, but that's one in millions of people that come up with that. I have no idea. I don't even want to go there. But I'm just saying, in general, the biological science, we have always been trusted to, trust the science. This is science. So you guys, I want to hear your comments. Write them in the box, comment below. If you haven't liked it, please like this video, subscribe, hit that bell. I'd appreciate that. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye now.